Hey guys, welcome to KK Java Tutorials. In this video tutorial, I am going to show you how to import data from Microsoft Excel to Oracle database using Oracle SQL Developer. So guys, here you can see I have a connection is called a Scott connection, and this connection I have created with user is called Scott, right? And these are the parameter you can see I have selected to connect this database, right? Now in this database connection, if you look into the tables, I have a table is called employee, right? If you look into the data as of now, there are 14 rows you can see in this database table, right? Table name is called EMP. If you look into the count, right, how many rows are there in the this table, then this is returning us 14, right? I want to import some data from Microsoft Excel to in this database table, right? So I'm going to show you the process for that, right? So here in this directory database export, I have one Excel sheet, and there I have already prepared a data, and there are almost 14 rows, right? If you exclude the first row, which is nothing but the column header, and data starts from the basically rows 2, right, to 15, right? So there are 14 rows we have, and this data I would like to import from Microsoft Access to my database table, right? So how we can do that? In this Excel sheet, you can see there are 3 sheets, right? So in sheet 1 I have data, there are 14 rows, and sheet 2 and sheet 3 is blank, completely blank. So let me show you how to import data. Now let's go to the MySQL developer, and wherever you want to import this data, right click on that table. So just I have clicked on EMP table, then you get the option as import data. Once you click on that, then import wizard will be opened, and we'll have to basically perform 5 steps 1 to 5. So first step is data preview, right? In this data preview, of course source would be the local file. Then we have to browse the file which we from where we would like to import data from Excel to Oracle database. So just I'm going to browse this Excel sheet. So I got the D drive, and here data export I have this data dot xlsx. So just click on open, and here you can see now data here you can see the preview, right, of this data. So let me show you this. Basically there are some attributes over here. So here file format, you can see the header which is currently ticked out, right? If you unmark this one, then what will happen? If you check this one header, then this will consider this as a header name. So here you can see in Access sheet we have a header name, so this should not consider as data. This is just like a column name in the database table, right? So this should not consider as a data in the table. If you unmark this one, this will consider as a data in the table, which we don't want. So just let it be marked. All right, now we can select format as XLS or XLSX, both. You can select any of the one you can select. So let keep the default one. Then here skip rows. Let's say you have 1,000 rows, and out of 1,000 you want to skip first few rows. So here we have 14 rows. Let's say if you want to skip first 5 rows, then here you can see write the 5, and first 5 rows will be excluded. But that I don't want, so I'll keep as 0. So I want to include all the rows I want to insert. Now here a worksheet, in this Excel there are 3 sheets, but there is possibility you have data in the multiple sheets. So at a one time you can select one sheet. So here sheet 1 contains data, but in sheet 2 we do not, sheet 2 and sheet 3 we do not have data. So that's why I have selected sheet 1. Now preview row limits. So how many rows you want to see here as a preview, and that the number of rows, that default count is 100, but we have only 14 rows. So all 14 rows we can see in the preview. If you set as let's say 4, then only 4 rows will be coming as a preview, right? So here let's say keep as default, so 100, right? So I hope you understood each and every what are the meaning of these attributes. Now let's move to the next, and that is next for the method import. So let's click on the next, which we moved into a second step, that is nothing but the method import method, right? So import method, there are kind of 2 methods. First the insert. So if you choose this insert, then directly this data is going to insert into a table. If you choose second option, insert a script, then this tool is going to generate a SQL script, and that you have to run, right? So I want to only insert directly, I want to insert into the data. Now here import row limits. So here if you have a lot of rows to import, then how many rows you want to insert in one go, that's the basically limit you can set. But we have only 14 rows, so we can click on the next. Now here here you can see here you might have many columns in your Excel, but you'd like to import only few columns value in your database. So if some of the columns you want to exclude, then select that column and click on this backward arrow, then this will be excluded, right? So but I want to include values for all the columns, so just I'm going to include jobs as well. Now here you can see we have some buttons which will give you to basically arrange sequence of this basically this column, right, these values. So this is the nothing but the, here you can see top, if you want to move some column in the top or up or down, then you can make use of this basically button. Now let's click on the next, and next here you can see the description what this description says. Here column definition process happens. Column definition, so from each column in the source data columns list on the left, this is the source data column, and select the right select the target table columns on the right, this is the target column. So basically here in source in Excel we have given the column name, right? And so here employee ID we have sorry employee number in the source table means Excel, and here in source table in EMP table employee number. Make sure that both have the same data type, right, and size and all, right? So these are all matching. If you look into, these are all matching. If something is not matching, then there would be problematic. Let's say higher date I would like to higher date I would like to pick up as a MMDDYY format, right? So I have written MMDDYY. Now let's say the things data type both in source and target are completely matching, right? Now so here we have done the matched by the name. Now you can match by the position as well. If you have shuffled the position, then you need to match by the position. Now click on the next. Now after that directly you can click on the finish, and here you can see the message saying that task successful and import committed. Click on the OK. Now I go to the my worksheet, and here if I see the earlier employee count was 14, means there were 14 rows in this employee table. Now if I run this query, then this is saying 28 rows, means rest of the 14 rows we have inserted from this Excel to in this database table. Let me show you the data details. So if I click over here and click on the data, then here you have to refresh. So here you can see we earlier we had 14 data, and these are the data just we have inserted, right? These are the data we have inserted from Excel to in this database table. So guys, this is the way to import basically data from Excel to in your any database table. So that's all I have in this video tutorial. I hope this session is beneficial for you guys. Big thank you, and see you there in the next video tutorial.